Now, the meeting about having a GLUAS type rail service in Galway was very well attended last Thursday night in Park House, organised by Deputy Catherine Connolly. She joins me on the line. Catherine, good morning to you.
Good morning, Keith.
You had a very good crowd.
Very good crowd, yeah.
An enthusiastic crowd.
Very, very. Yeah, I was thrilled with the turnout. And of course it was in Park House, which is very central. And they were very good to us. But I was thrilled with the turnout. Actually, in a sense, in the event, the room turned out to be too small and people were outside. Mm-hmm. But they said they could hear. But anyway.
Well, what was the general feeling in the room? Can it be achieved?
Absolutely. Well, this was it, and I think I said it in my press release. The general feeling, the frustration with traffic in Galway is palpable from everybody. There's no doubt about that. So everybody is singing from the same hymn sheet. It's the same hymn sheet that we just have to do something about it. And what was good about everybody in the room, I'd say, one or two people, which I'll come back to, and they raised genuine questions. I think it was almost unanimous that light rail is the way forward. We need to go with that. It is the most sustainable solution to our problems in Galway, with other solutions. It is not a panacea, but it is an integral part of the solution, along with an immediate looking at the park and ride on the east and west of the city, along with lifting traffic off the road for the schools and so on. I've said this so many times. One concern was raised in relation to the rails on the ground not being suitable for bicycles, and that in fact what's happening is our streets are being sterilised, and it certainly is a concern.
What do you mean the rails on the ground?
That the bicycle, the wheels of the bike go into the rails, into the
railway track?
Not a railway track, into the track, the light rail track.
The light rail track.
Yeah.
So we have to get it first, and then we'll...
Well, I know that.
I'm not being flippant.
No, he was speaking about Dublin.
Yeah.
This has happened.
Yeah, there is an issue.
There is an issue, and it's certainly...
But the NRA have backpedaled on that. They were banning cyclists from near the Lewis line, but they've backtracked on that this morning. But it's a genuine concern. Yeah. But let's go though to, is it achievable? Was there any engineers in the room with you that said, yes, it can be done?
I mean, you know well that Brendan Holland had a committee, a very active committee going back. All of those people were there. And a huge cross-section of Irish society. And in fact, they were looking for a second meeting very quickly in Leisureland. Such is the interest in this. And I think the question in the Dáil with Minister Ross and the fact that he's left the door open, you show me there's a demand, you show me a case for this, and you'll find that I'm going to listen. And on top of that, the Galway is one of 5 cities singled out in the national planning framework as one of the 5 that's going to grow. And I've given you the figure there, the estimate up to 124,000. Now, then we have the student population and we have tourists, so it makes no sense not to go down the route of light rail, given that all over Europe, and this is something I'm going to go back and check, and I'm in the process of looking at, approximately 170 cities have embraced light rail throughout Europe. Okay. Some of them smaller than Galway, some of them much bigger. Our nearest neighbour, England, has embraced light rail in a number of cities. And we had a presentation when we went to France at the beginning of September in relation to Nottingham. Edinburgh, a much bigger city, of course. But it's interesting because the businesses were totally against light rail. They felt it would interfere with business. Their profits would be reduced. A complete turnaround in relation to that. And the light rail in Edinburgh has been extended.
Can you see it in our lifetime?
Now, there was a mixture of opinion between myself and Brendan about that. Yes, I can. Yeah, not alone can I see it, but it's an absolute essential. This Thursday or Friday in the Dáil, they have now put in, once again, statements on climate change. With outside of housing and health and mental health, climate change has been the most spoken about topic since I was elected. We have the most serious obligations to comply with to reduce our emissions. And we're utterly failing to do that. It's been acknowledged by the government.
Yeah, we had the minister about that area, yeah.
Did you? I didn't realise that.
No, but you're in Dublin today. But we will see it in our lifetime, you think?
I certainly think we'll see it in our lifetime.
Who do we need to bring on board in 30 seconds?
In 30 seconds, we need the business community in Galway to come on board. Some have come on board. We need the Chamber of Commerce to look at this. And I understand, actually, that they will be getting a presentation on light rail. we need them to embrace this, and we need the people of Galway who really have embraced it to come forward as well. It worked in relation to St Francis Home, a petition. You may recall that.
Yeah.
24,000 signatures. I still have every one of them. We didn't succeed in keeping St Francis Home open as a nursing home, but what we did succeed with was keeping it home as a primary care centre. We did succeed in getting the health executive to confirm that Unit 5 and 6 in Merlin Park was not going to close because they were seriously under-occupied, the number of beds empty, and so on. So we will
see it in our lifetime.
I think that what's happened here is the Minister has asked us, he has told us there's no demand. And I think the people of Galway have to say,
show the demand.
There is a demand. Absolutely, there is a demand, and we're going for it.
Put the business case together. Deputy Catherine Connolly, thanks for joining us. Business case together, give it to Minister Shane Ross while he's in government, and he can put up or shut up in there, and hopefully we will see it in our lifetime. I say the Chamber of Commerce have to come on board, I say City Council have to come on board, the councillors have to come on board. All of that has to happen for this to work. Let's